Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So we are studying the Perfect Question, Perfect Answers book. And now we are on chapter 8, entitled Advancing in Krishna Consciousness. So far we have seen the discussions of Bob with Srila Prabhupada. So here in chapter 8 is an exchange of letters instead of a direct meeting. As we saw, the meeting happened in February over the course of a few days. Here, as we can see, it is in New Jersey, June. So like we saw from last chapter, Bob was telling Srila Prabhupada that he's heading back to Jharkhand, and after some time he'll head back to US. So this is a couple of months later, and the title is Advancing in Krishna Consciousness. Let's see the letter written by Bob to Srila Prabhupada. Dear Prabhupada, I offer my humble obeisances. I have been associating with the devotees of the New York temple. With the association of such fine, advanced devotees, I hope that I may make some advancement in Krishna consciousness. So it's so nice that Bob carry on his inquisitiveness and his inspiration for Krishna consciousness, even when he went back after so many months, after around 3-4 months, he went back to America. My fiancée has started to come to the temple and is chanting a little. She knew nothing about Krishna consciousness until I wrote her about it from India. Right? Atreya Rishi has been kind enough to invite us to his home so that we may see an ideal householder life. So it is amazing that, this is the effect of Krishna consciousness. One person becomes inspired. They inspire the people around them, connected to them. They also, their life become perfect. Like we saw in our introduction video to this whole book, how both Bob as well as his fiancée later becomes his wife, both took initiation from Srila Prabhupada much later. Atreya Rishi here is a very wonderful senior disciple of Srila Prabhupada who has been preaching in the Middle East and even up to Pakistan. So he has started many centers, especially the one in Iran and like that. And so he's a very dynamic person, dynamic householder. And he's actually from a Muslim background. So he's from the Middle East. I mean, born and brought up in America, but he's actually Middle Eastern. I went to Bombay at the end of April for termination from the Peace Corps. So after February, at the end of April, he went to Bombay to terminate from his services. I was fortunate enough to come down with a minor illness. So I had to stay in Bombay for 2 weeks. So you're saying that his sickness was a good fortune. Why? He had to stay in Bombay. What's so good about that? I spent the time with the advanced and kind devotees at Juhu. So Juhu is the center that we have we still have, right? One of the big centers in the heart of actually our ISKCON headquarters in India. So Prabhupada fought for this land like anything. There's a beautiful book written by His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj, Lokanath Swami Maharaj, right? About Juhu property and the fight for Juhu land. How Srila Prabhupada stayed most of the time in all of his travels in Juhu, Bombay the most. And here he's saying that he met there and he stayed with the devotees there. Unfortunately, you had left 5 days previously. Prabhupada was there, Prabhupada left, so he missed him. Bob continues to say, I understand so little. Right? I don't understand much of this philosophy, but I have faith in the process of Krishna consciousness and hope to take it more and more. So he's saying that I may not have much understanding, but I have a lot of faith. I look forward to Atreya Rishi's description of the temple in Los Angeles, and I hope that I may personally hear you in New York. So he hopes about the new Los Angeles temple coming up. Thank you for your kindness you have shown to a very undeserving boy. Prabhupada used to call him boy. Sincerely, Bob Cohen. Such beautiful interactions. Srila Prabhupada replies, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, ISKCON in Los Angeles, June 16, 1972. Let's see. He wrote in June 12. 4 days later, the mail reaches, snail mail as they call it, right? Slow mail reaches. And 4 days later, Prabhupada immediately replies to Bob Cohen, who is in Springfield, New Jersey. My dear Bob, please accept my blessings. I thank you so very much for your letter dated June 12, 1972. I have noted the sentiments expressed therein with great pleasure. I am very glad to hear that you are associating with us. I know that you are a very good boy, very intelligent, and your behavior is gentle. So I have all confidence that very quickly Krishna will bestow all his blessings upon you, and you will feel yourself becoming perfectly happy in Krishna consciousness. Actually, what Srila Prabhupada mentions is these qualities are very important, and all of us devotees, we want to develop these qualities. of being gentle in behavior and having all confidence and, being a good person, intelligent. So these are very fine characteristics that these are Vaishnava qualities that we want to imbibe in ourselves. One makes his advancement in Krishna consciousness by voluntarily giving up his attachment to material nature of Maya. It's not forceful, it's voluntary. Such renunciation is called tapasya. But we are not very willing to perform austerities without a good reason. Isn't why take hardships if there's no purpose to it? Therefore, any man with a scientific and philosophical mind, like your good self, remember Bob is a physics teacher, must first appreciate what transcendental knowledge is. So Prabhupada never wanted people to do blind following, blind faith, but understand why we're doing what we're doing. If you get knowledge, automatically tapasya will follow. Brilliant, right? If you understand why you're doing, you will not do it. Someone who has diabetes and knows that if I take sugar, I will die. So he has knowledge, right? He does not want to touch any sweets because he understands. So therefore, knowledge, right? Jnana, automatically vairagya will follow. And then you make your advancement in spiritual life. But this jnana and vairagya is based on faith or devotional faith, bhakti, in something important like this. So to get knowledge is the first item for anyone who is hoping to find the perfection of his life. So similarly now ISKCON also, when many new people join us, we tell them, please read the books, please attend the Gita course, the overview course, the basics of Bhagavad Gita course, attend all this, hear from the devotees, understand what soul is, what karma is, what body is, what God is, what life is about, happiness is. Find out all these things, then you make a choice decision whether you like to continue or not. Therefore, I advise you to read our books daily as far as possible. Try to understand the subject matter from different angles of vision. Why? Why? Think. By discussing it frequently with the devotees at the New York temple. In this way, you will gradually become convinced, and by your sincere attitude and devotional service, you will make progress. Prabhupada is saying the secret of progress. Devotees should come together and discuss, ask questions submissively with the desire to understand. Yes, having some faith in me and in this Krishna consciousness process is the first and only requirement for getting actual wisdom. So this is the price tag of bhakti, right? Shraddhavan dhan hai, Shraddhavan dhan hai. Like Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings in his song. The only price tag if you enter into the market of holy name is faith. If you have faith in the Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, in the Vaishnavas, in the process of Krishna consciousness, in ISKCON, in bhakti, that's the only thing needs to get start, our acceptance of this knowledge. So therefore, it is the duty of all devotees to create the faith in others and not break the faith. If there is faith, understanding will follow. And as your understanding increases, so will your disgust with the spell of illusionary energy. Right? When one has real understanding of life, the sambandha gyan, they call it, right? The understanding of the relationship between Krishna, Jiva, and the world, automatically there'll be a little disgust seeing the reality of how Maya is. When you voluntarily give up your entanglements in the material world, then the progress is assured. So when you understand things are, very temporary, very gross, very meager happiness, then one will willingly want to give up this endeavor. I think we are just now typing up the tapes of those conversations we held in Mayapur. Right? 4 months later, they're just typing it all up to make this book. And we shall be publishing them as a book. Right? Prabhupada saying 1972, the book came out just shortly in a couple of months time, actually, towards the end of the year. It will be called Perfect Question, Perfect Answers. This is what we are reading. I shall send you a copy as soon as they are ready to distribute. Meanwhile, I shall be stopping in New York for 2 or 3 days on my way to London for the Rath Yatra festival there. I am not yet certain when I will be arriving in New York, but it will be sometime in the early part of July. You may keep in regular contact with Bali Maradan regarding the arrival date, and I shall be very much gladdened to meet with you in New York once again. Again, we shall discuss if you have any questions. Amazing. Bob Cohen here is like the discussion partner of Srila Prabhupada. Hoping this meets you well. Hoping this meets you in good health and in a happy mood. So beautiful blessings. Your ever well-wisher A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. So this is just the 8th chapter. After meeting live in India in February, Bob and Prabhupada met on letter, right, in June. And later we're going to see the 9th chapter where again they'll have another meeting. Will it be in New York? Will it be in Los Angeles? We'll have to find out. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.